Then up here we've got the CME gap. So again, from on the short side, like while we did have this clear hourly supply and 15-minute inside the 4 hour, it was kind of a nice short there, but I haven't been looking at that detail, or I considered it. But then because we've got the CME gap higher, I was like, okay, we'll wait until potentially higher for shorts. So we've got a 4 hour supply up here. We have left, little trend line stops and double top here, so it's possible this kind of can run up and take out some of the stops. And then, as I've said, we do have to remember we've still got this monthly demand, so this can still just run anytime it wants, really. Yeah, so if you can get into longs, that's what you should still be looking for now. But yeah, watch for shorts up there. And then again to the downside, we've got, this is where, like, when I wanted this wick to come down, it didn't quite hit my alert, which was just below the wick, but I wanted it to come down to this 15-minute, I think 15-minute or 10-minute demand down there. And at the time, although I haven't checked since, we also did have some walls at 92k and 92,300, which I think I've written in the alert. So assuming those are still there, again, this can still wick through here. So be a bit careful of that if it does give the bigger drop at some stage. What else? I think that's about all I want to say on Bitcoin at the moment. Like I say, look, the macro is still bullish, obviously, with the monthly demand and then with that daily down the bottom. However, we are creating quite a lot of supply above, which is continually being rejected. Watch for if we get the bigger drop, then watch when Korea hits this two-day demand, because that could give a bounce. Particularly given we've just got wicks on the Bitcoin pair, on the US dollar pair, so it's harder to judge where we might land in this area. I haven't actually looked. Let me just look at where the fib is. So if we draw a fib from the bottom of the wick to the top of the first bounce up here, yeah, so we're still already in the 71 and 61 area. So again, 78, 88. So this is the area it's going to bounce if it's going to bounce. But at the moment, like I say, it's not looking that promising with local supply still holding. And for any, if you want to be more confident in longs, you're basically looking for a trend line break up here, even if it rejects the 4 hour supply in here. But actually, no, if it rejects this 2 hour up here, 2 day supply up here, but then you'll be looking for new demand to be formed to see if you can long on new demand. And yeah, from my previous updates, the higher time frame possible short entries, 2 day supply. Up here, I'm not sure what that is now. There's an 8 hour supply, but again, it was just taking out this the wick from the initial bounce into 3 day supply up to the 71 fib, and then possibly also taking out the highs up here.